Stretch out the dreams from my mind. Granny's got the scoop, let's unwind. Birds are chirping, singing their tune. Mystery of the day coming soon. Cup of tea and a buttered scone. Start the day, we're never alone. Good morning, rise and shine. Granny's here with stories so fine. Good morning, off we go. To greet the world with a happy glow. Windows open, smell the dew. Sky so wide, oh so blue. Granny's voice like honey sweet. Good news travels on our street. It's time to jump into the fray. Cheers to another golden day. Granny's voice like honey sweet. Good news travels on our street. Good morning, rise and shine. Granny's here with stories so fine. Good morning, off we go. To greet the world with a happy glow. Good morning, rise and shine. Granny's here with stories so fine. Good morning, off we go. To greet the world with a happy glow. To greet the world with a happy glow.
Good morning, everybody. I hope you're having an awesome morning. Grab your coffee, your espresso, your cappuccino, your tea, whatever it is that you drink in the morning, and let's get started. So, this morning I have a really strange story. Strange and somewhat sad. So, we're just going to get right into it. I'm going to share my screen with you. And yes, this is about a teen cheerleader who's accused of red rumming a goat. Right? What's that about? Well, let's hear.
A Texas high school cheerleader accused of killing a rival student's goat is now banned from taking care of her own animals while she's out on bond. We told you about 17-year-old Aubrey Van Landingham after she was arrested for poisoning another student's goat. She was the president for school's Future Farmers of America Club at the time. Police obtained video where the girl used a syringe-like device to put bleach in the goat's mouth. She allegedly poisoned Willie the goat twice in 3 days. This was back in October. There's precious Willie. He passed away. And now, so the judge has slapped her with some interesting conditions. Let's take a look at them on your screen. So she's out on a $5,000 bond. She's to have no contact with the victim, that student, or her family. She can only have contact with the animals that live in her house. Apparently, she's got a dog, a cat, and a rabbit with adult supervision, but she can't be around any other animals, apparently. Good. Let's bring in our legal eagles and talk about it. Franz Borghardt, Jennifer Brandt, want to get your thoughts on this case. That poor Willie the goat, that poor girl.
Poor Willie the goat. Okay. From my understanding is that this was a goat show. Okay. This young girl, Aubrey, goes to goat shows. She has her own goat and she shows her goat, right? Just like dog shows, that kind of thing. This, she was the president of Future Farmers of America. So she's used to working with animals. She's, but she decided to harm another contestant's goat. Guys, I mean, how many serial killers, and I'm not saying Aubrey is this, but what you're going to hear in this video, I very much back. Because how many serial killers, guys, have we heard that harmed animals first? Okay. So keep that in mind as we listen to the rest of this. And again, guys, don't go off on the rails and say that Granny said Aubrey is a serial killer. I am not saying that. I am saying Aubrey needs help.
Girl who owned Willie. Willie died in her arms, and now this teenager is paying the price and going through the criminal justice system. Jennifer, what do you think about her conditions? The judge saying she can't have any contact with any animals, and the ones in her house, somebody has to be watching her.
I think those are really good conditions. In fact, I would probably go a step further and take her animals away.
Yes.
I mean, because
I agree. Until she's found to be able to be around animals without even thinking about harming them. And I'm sure she's never thought about harming her own. But guys, there was no excuse for harming another contestant's goat. Let's continue.
she's just, it's really horrific. I mean, what she did. I mean, she force fed this goat bleach and killed it. I mean, she's supposed to be president of the Future Farmers of America, adept at handling animals, having her own show goat and other animals, but she's a danger. She's a danger to animals, and I think she should also get some help, because clearly something's wrong. If you could do something like that and be that cruel and intentional, then there's some serious considerations going on here. And maybe she needs some additional help beyond just having adult supervision over the care of her animals.
Yes, Jennifer, you're so right. I love that analysis. If I was a judge, I would order her to have a mental health evaluation immediately as part of this, right? And she said, she made the comment after she was caught. She said, well, I don't like cheaters.
Wow. I agree with that. 100%. She needs a mental health evaluation. Now, her family is probably just saying, thinking not a big deal. She, for whatever reason, and maybe the person who owned the goat was cheating. I don't know. That doesn't matter. That's beside the point, right? A young person that can take the life of an animal needs some help. No matter what the reason for taking the life of the animal, they need some help. Now, I will say this. If an animal's in pain and not going to live, that's a totally different story. But then that should be handled by a vet, in my opinion. So that aside, there should be not a reason for a young person to take the life of an animal. Should not happen. And it sounded she had no remorse. None. How can that be, guys? That right there scares me more than anything else.
That was her comment. She wasn't remorseful. She wasn't sad for poor Willie or what she allegedly did. It was, I don't like cheaters. It was like it was vindictive, allegedly. Franz, tell me what you think. I saw you nodding when I said she needs an eval.
Who would have thought that the animal showmanship world was so cutthroat, Julie? I mean, wow. I definitely think she needs a mental.
Guys, I'm going to say this. Anytime there is some kind of show, whether it is a beauty pageant, whether it is a dog show, whether it is a goat show, I think that there's a tendency. I mean, guys, we've seen it on videos, right? Where children's beauty pageants, the mothers get so outrageous, and we've seen where, state pageants and, you know, world pageants, there's things that go on behind the scenes, right? We've seen it. So I think that that's shouldn't be something that surprises us, because it's there, right? It's there behind any kind of show, no matter what it is, because you have people who maybe are not completely well, who will do things vindictively.
Mental health evaluation, because one, we can't lose sight of the fact that she's still a kid, right? We don't have to like what she did. There needs to be a consequence to what she did, but she's not an adult. So we get to do things in the justice system for juveniles different than we do for adults. She needs a mental health evaluation. We need to know if this was a isolated incident of just really galactically bad decision making, or if there's something else going on. If there's something else going on, we need her to maybe get some treatment for that, something else that's going on. Bottom line is the person that's willing to kill a goat to win, or to somehow take the law into their own hands, that's a red flag, right? That's a giant red flag. And look,
Huge red flag, is it not? Huge. And I agree with him. She's still a kid. So there's lots of things that the judge can do differently than they can with adults, right? I believe the judge should order a mental health evaluation and make it mandatory that if that professional that they see deems that she needs further help, that she gets it. Not only that, you've got the after effects of everything. Is she lauded in the community for doing what she did? Is she receiving threats? I mean, all that can affect you mentally, right? There's all different kinds of people in this world that will either promote it and say, look at, she did a good job, or, bash her and maybe threaten to come and kill all their animals on their farm, whatever it may be, right? There are people out there who will do that, and that's all going to affect her mentally as well. So this is not something that just mentally happened to her at the time. This is ongoing, guys. This is ongoing.
Look, she may be a perfectly normal human being that just made a really stupid decision. But if I'm prosecuting this, or if I'm the judge, I want to sleep better at night knowing that we've excluded some things like the mental health component, and I would not let her walk out of my courtroom until I have that evaluation. And look, as a condition of bond, they can do all sorts of things for her to be released that will get her help if that's what she really needs.
Right, Franz, right. Yeah, it sounds like she does. And you're right. That's a great point. Start it now. Start it in the pre-trial.
I agree. Start it now. Start it now, guys. Because how many stories have we watched? How many stories of school red rummers have we watched where they started with animals? They didn't get the help they needed. Red flags were ignored, right? The parents, the judge, the community has the opportunity right here and right now with Aubrey to help her. Because, guys, I'm not trying to convict Audrey. I'm not trying to say she's a horrible, awful, disgusting person. That's not my goal here. I've been saying this for a while. And if you watch any of my shows, any of my lives, any of my videos, you'll see that I feel that mental health in the United States, maybe even the world, is at an all-time high for being. I mean, look at everything that's going on, right? Every single mass tragedy boils down to mental health. Red flags that were missed, people not getting the help that they need, right? This is the opportunity. And I pray that Aubrey sees that she needs it. But this is an opportunity for Aubrey's parents, for the judge, the prosecutor, even the defense, and the community to get her the help that she needs now so that this doesn't escalate, guys. Because if she feels she gets away with this, then what's going to happen in school when she feels that someone cheated her, a person, an individual? Aubrey needs help now.
Process for her where there is supervision, as we know. Probation services has the ability to do certain things if it's court ordered. She's facing a felony charge, maximum of 2 years confinement. Maximum if she's convicted. Arrested just on November 22nd of last year. Jennifer Brand, how do you see this case playing out when we think, at the end of all of this, discovery and everything that goes back and forth? Do you think she'll go to trial?
Well, I don't know. I think there'll probably be some kind of plea deal. She is a child, as Franz pointed out. And I think the bigger issue here is, obviously, I mean, the penalties, the fines. I know the victim's family wants her punished and to pay for what she did. I think she does need to learn a lesson and possibly get some help if she's suffering mentally. But I think ultimately, it's a question of what can be crafted to really make sure that she doesn't do something like this again in the future. I think that's what we're all hoping for here. I mean, there's no doubt that she did this, but then the question is why and what can be, what can happen in the future to prevent her from doing anything more or anything more serious than this.
I agree 100%. There's no question she did it. She hasn't denied it, but she needs help to prevent her from doing anything like this again, or, you heard it, more serious, right? Guys, it sounds silly in the beginning when I said teen harms a goat, right? But it's a very serious matter, right? Extremely serious. And we have to take these first opportunities seriously and get our teens, our children, the help that they need. Aubrey needs help. All right. Okay, that's all I have for today. I want to thank you guys for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. And I want to encourage you to please like, subscribe, become a member. We have awesome members only lives where I come actually on screen. So, I encourage you to become a member. And I also encourage you to come and watch our 4 o'clock lives every day. If you're interested in the Sebastian Rogers case, we talk about him quite a bit. I also have other videos that I discuss other cases as well. So thank you guys. I appreciate each and every one of you so very much. Have a wonderful morning and an incredible day. Thank you for watching another episode of Granny's Crime Busters. We really appreciate each and every one of you. Don't forget to subscribe and like and even share the content. You can follow us on any of our other social media platforms at YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. We really appreciate you guys, and you can also email us at grannyscrimebusters@gmail.com. Thank you so much, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks, guys.